playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. We're doing some monkey business today, like we do every day, or almost every day. And apparently I have to invite some people to come play, so let's see here. I'm in a invite only, so of course you're offline, so I've got to look for you offline.
Just go to the party and then click play together, and then on the one on top, and then click GTA. Invite everybody to the party. Yeah.
I'm too lazy. I saw your name, but why am I not able to click on it?
It's because he's appearing offline. You can't.
Yeah, no, I can't send you an invite. You'll have to figure it out on your own. There we go. Okay.
That's the Stromberg on the wheel, monkey.
Okay. Look at you in your little sweet little pink pajamas. Aren't you cute?
I'll invite you.
Can't send this guy an invite. Can't send any of these people an invite because none of them have. None of them seem to have it. All right. So yeah, this is Rabbit Chimp 805, and I flipped on the PlayStation this morning and had a major crash on the PlayStation 4. I have no idea why this happened. When I reset the PlayStation, I got a error, some error code like 36963 something -A. I don't know. And I went to look at it, see what it was, and I don't know. It was something. Apparently, I pulled something off the internet. Okay, so like I run a community called Ape and Monkey Business. We have about 5,500 members in it, with only Ape and Monkey names. You know, like obviously Rabbit Chimp and like Monkey_Senpai64. So if you have an Ape or Monkey name, and anyway, somebody had written something on there. I have like an ongoing thing where I want community members to find monkeys, apes, anything like that in video games. Because if you notice that most game developers, they hide an animal, a stuffed animal or something. Like, you know, what was it, Fallout? Was it Fallout 4, the last Fallout before 76? Where they had those space monkeys, little stuffed animal, little stuffed...
There's also, in The Last of Us, some wild monkeys.
Right, in The Last of Us, right, when you go past the university, the monkeys are escaping from the university, from the research area.
Yep.
Right, which kind of makes you metaphorically think that, okay, well, maybe it was the monkeys that brought the disease to The Last of Us, you know, obviously, to that community. But, anyway, so one of our members, Primate Pete, posted, "Oh, you want to find good pictures of monkeys and apes? The best thing is to check out the movie or the TV series, the Powerpuff Girls." So I went looking at it. I remember seeing that. I remember my nephew used to watch it. I don't have a niece, but I mean, younger family members would watch the Powerpuff Girls. So I went into the internet to look, and sure enough, there's Mojo Jojo. He's the evil monkey, whatever he is.
All right, I'm a monkey now. Instead of fucking
right. So I snap a picture of him, and then sure enough, right when I snap a picture of him in the on the internet off the PlayStation 4, my PlayStation crashes. I have to think that either a virus came through or something came through on the internet or the PlayStation 4. So sure enough, I finally get a chance. My PlayStation totally locks up, and I get a chance to hard reboot it, which you don't ever really want to do, is to pull the power plug out.
Yeah.
Like when you lock up on your PlayStation and your controller does nothing, even if you plug your controller in to the USB port and try to do a manual shutdown, sometimes you just can't do it. My PlayStation 4 is really old, so it's been having just consistent problems. Well, anyway, I had to do a hard reboot, which is to pull the power cord out. Now, I'm on a smart TV, and my smart TV, if it's not in game mode, you know, like, the TV is set to game mode. If it's not in game mode, then it automatically will switch to whatever it was on last. Well, hang hang on a second. I'm gonna take a walk. I'm taking a walk over to the casino. So, Fish Monkey's gonna find his green thing, kind of chromy McCromy car. So here we go, walking down the street here. I'm looking at it so the camera is straight on our faces. So it's kind of difficult to walk this way, but I'm trying. So I may walk into a power pole, or I may walk into people. But two chimps strolling down the street here, space chimps. There we go. So anyway, so my smart TV flips over to CBS Live on TV Plus, and it goes right to a school shooting. So that was around 11:30. So that was about an hour and a half ago. Now I don't recall exactly what time they were doing a news debriefing on this school shooting up in Saugus, which is in the Santa Clarita township, county. Well, it's Los Angeles County. So across the street here, crossing on a red. Oh God!
Don't.
So yeah. Anyway, school shooting in Saugus at Santa Clarita High School.
Oh God!
16-year-old walks into the quad, pulls a .45 caliber pistol out of his semi-auto pistol out of his backpack, and shoots at several students
This cargo
in
is
the
mine.
quad of the high school. 16-year-old, okay? Kills one and wounds 5 others, and then puts the gun in his mouth and kills himself, or shoots himself in the head. They said that he's in grave condition at a local hospital. Now, whether they can save this kid, who knows? I mean, you shoot yourself in the head, there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to survive that, right? Pretty good chance. So they say he's in grave condition. So if he survives it, then the thought is, let's interrogate him to find out why he did what he did. Now, you know, I was looking up statistics just in California. There's been, 22 school shootings just this year in California. Right, 22 school shootings. I mean that's a Google search when I look in here. Okay, no, I take that back. It's a CNN poll that says there's been 22 school shootings in the U.S. so far this year. We're in November, right? We're in November. There's been 22 school shootings. So I have to think to myself, all right, well, they're all usual students that caused this, and I'm assuming they're young people that caused this. So now, to step aside for a moment, we all have a morbid curiosity, especially those of us that play violent video games. We have a morbid curiosity.
Call of Duty, something like that.
Right, to delve down into why people do this. Now, the notion was for a long time that it was violent video games that was the cause of children. What is your name right here? Let me see. What does it say?
Fur is creeping.
Fur?
Yeah.
Furious or fur.
Why can't I click on it? How do I make it so that I can see your name?
Clicked on D-pad in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. F-U-U-R? Fur is scraping. I don't understand what that means. Why don't you explain that name to me? How'd you come up with that name?
Okay, well, see, I have 2 profiles, right? And the first profile was Furball. I've had Furball since, Xbox 360 and all that.
Okay.
And so I had it, so I just got PlayStation 4 back,
All right, well, is it scraping or creeping?
Creeping.
Yeah, okay, I thought it was scraping. I'm like, what the hell? Fur is creeping.
And
so
then,
is it like a kitty cat or a dog or like a midget?
I don't know. But his first thing was Blade, just kept the creeping part and put Fur is. So, because I was trying to add all my other friends and I didn't want to keep the same name, So I thought all my friends on my other profile would remember me, but just fur. Apparently they didn't. So now I can't switch it back to anything else, or I have to pay for it. So.
So that's your online ID.
Isn't it like $10 after you get one change for free?
No,
and then after
it's $5. I believe it's $5 to change your.
No, it's 10.
It's $10. Oh my
yeah.
God, that's crazy.
And I don't have enough money to buy those suits that y'all have, so I only have $3,000 bucks.
Yeah,
I used to have it on my other
like 360 grand.
Yeah, it was stupidly expensive, right?
Well, I had the other one, the one with the small head, not the big one.
Oh, just the mask.
Well, anyway, so back to the story here. I want to so like I was saying, we all have sort of a morbid curiosity of what's going on. Now, some of us that are younger, that our brains haven't developed yet, like between say 1 and let's say 11, 1 and 11, where our brains haven't fully developed yet. So we may not have a curiosity of these types of things, of violence and stuff like that. Well, we see it in the news every single day. We see it in the newspaper. We watch movies, whatever. But we haven't really gotten a grasp on what it is. And obviously, about 12 years old, you start growing a brain, and you pretty much start to question everything around you. And a different question around you, like you would if you were a 2-year-old, where you question everything. That's a complete different questioning. But let's say around maybe 12 years old. Now, I'm saying that on the basis of my generation, which is quite a long time ago and is a lot different than, say, Monkey Senpai's generation. I don't know Fur's age. How old are you, Fur?
16.
Okay, so you are the age of the shooter. Let's see if I can cross this street here. I don't see any lights anymore.
See how it is?
Yeah, I'm blaming you. No, I'm just saying that today's shooter. Oh my God, I'm gonna get hit by a car. People, let me cross. Stop calling me. There we go. I'm almost at the casino here. Today's shooter was 16 years old, and it was his birthday on top of it. So you have to think to yourself, what could make this kid, now 16-year-old's a ripe age for being depressed and playing a lot of violent video games and maybe easy access to handgun. Look at that moon up there. There's a full moon last night, and there's a full moon right there going over the Vinewood. I'm not 100% sure on why the moon is traveling the wrong way. Technically, if I was facing that way...
Because it's copyright if they do it the other way.
How could you copyright the way the moon goes?
Exactly.
Now, the moon is going the right way. I'm just facing... No, I'm facing it right. We'll watch it go over the Vinewood Mountains, which I would consider the Hollywood Hills. But the Vinewood Hills...
That was Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, that's where I want it. Okay, anyway. The Hollywood Hills has the Vinewood sign on it. Beverly Hills would be below it and to the left. Below. So anyway, 16-year-old goes into Santa Clarita High School in Saugus and shoots fellow classmates, right? Kills a female, a 16-year-old female, and shoots and wounds 2 14-year-old males and 2 14-year-old females, and a 15-year-old male and a 16-year-old male, I believe is what it was. And then puts the gun onto himself. Okay. Now, a couple of nights ago, or I want to say exactly last Thursday, so 1 week ago today, I hear a helicopter. I'm playing a video game, and I hear a helicopter, and it's like right above our freaking house. I mean, it is super loud. It's so loud that even though I'm wearing a headset and I can hear all the noise of the video game that I'm playing, at the time I think I was playing Battlefield 5, so you got the freaking planes flying over, the tanks rumbling by, and you got gunfire explosions.
66K chips, you want to see what I get?
And
I got kicked out of the
so
casino.
I hear this helicopter outside in real life, and I decide to put the game down, go outside and figure out what's going on. Sure enough, I go out and there's a helicopter. I don't know how high they go, 5,000 feet above, 500 feet above. I don't know the distance gap in there. But I go out and I'm like, okay, there's a freaking helicopter up there. It's noisy as all hell. I don't know what's going on, so I go, yeah, what's up?
You know that 777 I've been trying to get? I just rolled 3 times in a row. I got to 2 sevens and something random.
Yeah? Oh, look,
3 times in a row.
The car's a white car out here.
Yeah, there's a white car. It's the submarine car.
Oh, is it real? You know, it's weird. It sort of looks like an old Pantera mixed with a Lamborghini, so I don't know what that is. I don't care about that. But anyway, let's go to the
I've already went through 20k chips.
So,
yes.
Oh, by the way, this is Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. We're 15 minutes into broadcast, live talk radio. So I go outside, I hear the helicopter, I look up, real life, not in the video game, and it's just super low and it's extremely annoying. And it's not like a nice modern Bell jet type of helicopter that's you know, with a more stealthy type of thing. No, it's an obnoxiously loud, stupid thing. Oh, almost got a mystery prize. And I got 10,000 RP. And I made it to 220. Lucky me. Okay, that's cute.
I have spent 40k so far. I've only won one hand. Two hands.
Are you playing poker or are you playing slot machine?
Slot machines. This right here is my last one.
Alright, let me get the visitor bonus and then let me get 20,000 in chips. And
yeah,
we'll try to roll our slot machine.
Poker.
I have a casino game that I've been... You know what you need to do? Download the free game Four Kings, I think it is. It's a free game in the PlayStation Store. We downloaded that, me, Nazgul, and where's that diamond game? Oh, it's right over here. Alright, I'm going to sit down to the diamond game and play that one again.
Wait. Don't start. I'm working my way over there now.
Okay. So anyway, I go outside, I hear the helicopter. I type in, you know, I live in California, but I type in the local news. I type in ABC7, I type in all the news stations to see what's going on, and nobody's got anything. Nobody's broadcasting anything. We don't have any idea what's going on in our town. Just an obnoxiously loud helicopter above our houses. Now, a week before that, we had the fires. Okay, so we had the Easy Fire, we had the, oh God, what were all the names of those fires? The Maria Fire, we had all kinds of fires going on. So we had helicopters, obviously, but that was fine because they were putting out fires. This was just an obnoxiously loud helicopter. So I don't have Facebook and I don't have, Instagram, and I used to have all those things, but I have no interest in those things anymore. I just don't like the social networking. I like to go back to speaking to humans face to face. Unless I'm playing a video game where I can't do that.
How's the Diamond Casino going? Or the Diamond one go?
I'm at the Diamond one there. Right out of the gate. Nothing. So, anyway, the only other thing I remember that I had a Twitch account. That I had made for my bearded dragon. Called the Oz Monkey. And the bearded dragon, yes, the bearded dragon has his own Twitch page. And I was using that at the time to take pictures of him and upload him as he's grown up. So I go to the Oz Monkey, and sure enough, I got a 7, but it didn't give me anything. Okay. Anyway, so I go to the Twitch page, and I go to the sort of like this police scanner type thing, and they say on the screen that there's a bomb threat about 2 blocks from where I currently live. So I'm like, a bomb threat? Well, we weren't evacuated for a bomb threat. So I send a message to the person on the Twitch. I'm about 2 blocks from this happening going on, but we weren't evacuated. And they said, well, they're trying to assess the situation right now. They found a dead woman. Supposedly a man came home, found a dead woman in his house, and a note on a door that said, don't go in, bomb explosion. So, of course, they cleared the perimeter of this house, which, whatever. They sent in the sheriff, they sent in the bomb squad, the local police, and the SWAT investigators to go in. And then finally, about an hour later, I see on one KTLA 5. I see they do a live breaking news, and sure enough, find out that that's the KTLA Channel 5's helicopter right above our house. So apparently, I find out that in a crime scene or in a fire and stuff like that, a news helicopter has to be up to 4 miles away and no lower than 5,000 feet when they're doing their broadcast. So, I mean, I don't know from 5,000 feet. It's not like I have a ladder. I can climb up 5,000 feet to the to the rung of the helicopter and find out how high or low he is, right? But I stay on it. I stay on it all night. I go back to playing video games, and I stay on Twitch, and I try to find out the details of this thing. All right, hours go by. I hear boom, boom. I hear 2 flashbangs. And well, what I would think are flashbangs. I've heard flashbangs before in video games.
Do you want a penthouse or no?
Obviously, you see them on TV, etc.
Do you want a penthouse?
And sure enough, on the Twitch, it said not Twitch.
You want to play your card poker?
On
yep,
the you know what I need to do? I need to get rid of some sounds here. Is what I need to do. How do I? You can't. Okay, I'm gonna sit up from this. I'm gonna go to my options. I'm gonna shut some of these sounds off because they're extremely annoying. Settings. So I keep on it. I'm listening to the information. Oh my God, that is so much better. All the noise is gone. Okay, perfect. All right, sorry you won't be hearing the noises of Grand Theft Auto in the background because to me it's annoying as all hell. So I stay on Twitter and I follow the information. Finally, after about 4 or 5 hours, we get the information to find out that it's there's a husband and wife that live in this house, and in this house they have their 33-year-old nephew that's renting a room. Now his mother is visiting from Las Vegas. Now there's a disturbance in the house. And the 30-year-old son kills his mother and the family dog, locks himself in his room with a note scrawled on the door, "Do not enter, I have a bomb," and kills himself. So when the bomb squad came in, they determined there was no bomb in the house. So they pronounced the woman dead. And they go upstairs and they find the dog and the nephew that killed himself. 33-year-old guy killed himself and killed his mother.
No.
Okay, so that was last Thursday here in California.
Talking shit. It's a radio station.
And it was a morbid thing to hear, and it was not cool. But my mind, I took psychology in college. I took sociology, anthropology in college, and I'm fascinated and I'm curious by this. And I have a few friends that are in law enforcement, and we talk about the mind of the killer, the mind, is it depression? Is it you're born being psychotic? I mean, nobody really knows. We know that humans are still animals.
I'm just going to go all in.
We know this, that'll never change, and no matter how much technology you could possibly have. Oh, I just got 2 7s, man. 2 7s and a cherry, and I got nothing.
See what I mean? It's so broken. Like, ting, ting. Come on. No, fuck you.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Or I'm going to up it to 1,000. See if I can get everything if I up it to 1,000.
I play Mac all the time.
God, I got nothing. 7 diamonds and a plum, or whatever that is. All right, let's go up here, and then we'll go bring it back down to 500, and that's nothing again.
I'll play this because I'm broke.
Well, the last time, remember, I played this, I won 250,000 in chips.
Oh, you cunt.
Yeah, but that was
250 grand off the triple diamond.
But the thing, here we go. I just got 1,000 off of that one. Okay. Anyway, so Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4, and I got 3 cherries, and I just won 28.
125,000.
125. No, it was 12,500. 12,500.
Oh.
Yeah, 12,500. I bet 500. I got 3 cherries in a row, and I won. That was kind of cool. So we'll hang on to this for a moment. So we're just, it's live talk radio here. Sometimes we'll play music, but Today we're discussing the school shooting in Saugus, California, Santa Clarita High School, where a 16-year-old kid walked in with a 45
This
caliber
fucking trash.
semi-auto
I'll just play it anyways.
pistol and shot 6 of his
I hate this
classmates in the
guy.
quad of the high school, killing a 16-year-old girl. Now, could this have been a love quarrel? The news said he had a girlfriend. The girlfriend was with the mother at the hospital.
I lost.
So was it a love triangle, maybe? But they said also that the shooter's birthday was today. Was it that he was so depressed that he just wanted to go out on the day he was born? I mean,
I'm
who
gonna
doesn't
go
think about thoughts like that? If you're depressed, if you're not taking medication, if you
blind
haven't been to
hit. Click
therapy,
X. Come on, bro.
you
Just
know.
click X.
Now, I happen to be, I don't know if you could hear the two other voices that are in the audio party with us right now, which is Monkey underscore Senpai 64, who's
Yo.
17, and your Fur is Creeping, who's a 16-year-old. And I want to delve into their minds. Let's do that. We won't get personal. We won't give you their names, their addresses, or anything like that.
Yeah, fuck you.
Nothing will be incriminating on anything like that. We know that YouTube monitors their broadcasts and anybody else that monitors their broadcasts. And when they hear keywords or see keywords, they automatically tune to that to see what, what's going on, right? But anyway, if they do, if they don't, that's fine. I currently have nobody tuned into my stream, as I never do. Or as I like to say, I have 1,000,000 listeners, tuners in. Sometimes people watch my streams. Most people don't.
Come on.
If you want to watch my streams or you want to check out some of my other videos, my YouTube channel is Defecate. That's D as in Delta, F as in Foxtrot, K as in Kilo, and the number 8, DFK8. That used to be our clan name for the past 20 some odd years. So I always kept it as that. Because I always like to say that, monkeys throw poop, therefore we defecate and put it in our hands and we throw it at people. Yay! But anyway, Monkey Senpai.
What?
You're 17 years old.
No, I'm 2.
Okay, you're 2 years old. So, you ever had psychotic thoughts and things like that? You want to hurt people?
No. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. You ever played a video game and gotten so frustrated you wanted to go out and punch a wall or take it out on a parent?
No,
Yeah, or Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, but no English you there.
Not to the parents, I would punch the wall, but nobody else. I won't punch anybody, I'd punch the wall.
Yeah, because I mean, you're pissed off. I mean, video games, they make us. We're passionate about our video games. I mean, we get intense with it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I rage quit constantly in video games. I'm getting wrecked. I'm getting owned. I mean, especially like playing Battlefield 5. My God, the pros that play the game, the hackers that play the game. I mean, there's all.
I wouldn't say pros, more like no-lifers.
Well, but I mean, there's definitely pro gamers. Yeah, there's definitely no lifers. There's people that spend every waking hour playing that thing. There's definitely no doubt about that. But nonetheless, I mean, video games can definitely make you frustrated. They can make you act out. Obviously, they can make you take out. Now, at the age that you guys ever had gone to therapy? You ever had like a counselor in your high school or gone to any kind of therapy or anything like that? I'll tell you straight up that I did when I was your age. Because you have to remember from there's the puberty age until you both guys hit say about 19 or 20, you'll finally be out of puberty, and your body will stop freaking out, and you'll start to settle in as being an adult. But at 16 years old, you're still going through it. Body parts changing, voice is changing, brain is changing, and this is the worst time. Puberty is the worst time for the 13 through.
I wouldn't say that, but you can use it to your
17.
advantage.
Well, but you have to remember, every human is different on the planet. Some people lash out. Some people, go ballistic.
Mood swings, shit like that.
Yeah, well, you're going to have mood swings like you're pregnant. You know,
Yeah, well, let's just hope
and
we
most
don't get the
parents,
appetite of a
most
pregnant woman.
right, and most parents that didn't study psychology in college have no idea about puberty. They don't understand. They don't grasp the concept, or they're working so much they leave you with a maid or the TV set or whatever.
I wish I was
So
rich enough to have a maid.
you don't have really. It doesn't matter really whether you're rich or not. It's just if whether your parents are lazy enough that they're going to hire a maid to take care of you or whatever.
Yeah, we don't have the money for that. We barely have enough to run the
Oh
fucking
my
internet.
God! Look at what I just. Okay, wow. And you gave me nothing on that spin right there. That is so lame.
And why don't you come out and check out the new car that was just released?
I already saw that car.
Yeah, but have you seen the custom version of it?
Oh, I couldn't care less. All right, let's bet
This
this
thing's
right
really
here.
good.
Diamond, that'll give me 1,000. What? I thought one of the diamonds that pops up is supposed to pay you out. That's weird.
It does.
It didn't give me
Not
anything.
the triple diamond, the big diamond.
Oh, the big diamonds. Okay. So there's a big diamond, and I won $1,000. All right. So I lost $1,000. So I basically pushed on that. Nothing there. Anyway, so I know it's a stupid thing to talk. It's not a stupid thing to talk. I want to know. I want to know why humans they just cannot evolve. Why can't humans evolve? I mean,
I actually have something to add on to that.
Okay, tell me.
So one thing I saw in a movie or whatever I was watching was nowadays our generations, the newer generations, they're just getting dumber and dumber because they ignore the old ways on actually how shit works, and they're just too damn curious for their own damn good.
Or they're lazy, or. But so let's think about it. So okay, we know obviously kids are going through puberty at that time. We know that depression. We know if your parents aren't taking care of you, if they're not showing you love, they're not discussing things with you, then you start to go off on a tangent. You go into video games and violent movies, and but are necessarily some kids can do all that and still have a productive life. Some kids will, become violent and lash out at the pets, eventually at their friends, and they become bullies. And even there's very productive bullies on the planet. I mean, there's very productive. But I mean, do they require antidepressants? Is this a biological problem? Is this a problem with DNA? I mean, unfortunately, our brain.
I'm curious. Have you seen the new car?
Hasn't been fully discussed. They're brain surgeons. If there's something wrong with your brain, you can have surgery. I know this is tough to hear, and I know this is
annoying
to some people, and I'm sure you'll tune out, and that's fine. I have to get it off my chest because I mean, you hear the term "no more." When's it going to stop? What? Question is, it sometimes we'll get people in the audio party. You'll hear them in the broadcast in the background, and you'll hear them. You'll hear their frustrations in a video game most of the time because we're all playing video games, and I've actually heard kids come into the audio party what is the word? Oh my God, my brain is just frozen. Well, I remember this one kid came into the audio party. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go and kill everyone in my school." And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, dude, you're in a live audio broadcast. Why would you come in here and say that?" I don't care.
Well, maybe he didn't know.
Yourself. Well, no. I mean, we're in an audio party. You always have to remember when you go into an audio party, just know somebody's broadcasting. From this point forward, you go into an audio party, just know somebody's broadcasting. That's why I always set. That's why I set my.
People monitor all the parties that are made. People monitor them.
Right, and that's why I always set my voice to not be shared when I go into an audio party that I'm not unfamiliar with, especially. I'll put it in there. 7 Sevs. Oh, you rotten dirty game. Anyway, this is Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. 35 minutes into broadcasting live talk radio. We're trying to talk about school shootings in America and why the shooters do the things they do. And I'm just trying to get it off my mind because, I mean, like I said the other day, where where the murder suicide happened down the street from where we live, and my morbid curiosity, when I went out on the weekend, I found that the only cop that I could find on the street was walking into 7-Eleven, and I was chatting with him. And of course, police officers are reluctant to talk to civilians, especially when they look like me, big guy, covered in tattoos. Most people don't talk to me. They usually walk away from me.
Now I'm curious on how he actually looks.
Right? I look just like, if I was to take off my chimp outfit, that's how I look. Covered in tattoos. Man, I cannot win a thing here. This is rotten. All right, we're going down here. Let's bump it up to 1,000. Cherry. Oh, almost got that third cherry again. Diamond, cherry, nothing. Wow, this is just horrible. Let's bump it up one more. 16,000. We'll knock it back down to 500.
Did I lose you?
Nothing. Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
What?
Back to 500.
Did I lose you or something?
No.
So, wow, look at that. What a nice, but I got nothing. So, anyway, I mean, we can talk about anything. We obviously can talk about anything. I mean, I only brought back the live talk radios. I used to run online radio stations before Pandora and before. I come from a radio background, so it was easy for me when the last radio job I had, I got fired from, and they brought in. I remember my buddy and I were trying to go for. We both worked a graveyard shift. He worked at a country station, and I worked at a classic rock station, and there was a position available for a morning duo team, a morning team for morning radio, and we both put our names in the hat, and we worked on it for 2 weeks straight. Worked on radio shows, and we put it in, and we didn't get the part because they ended up syndicating the show out to like New York or something, to like a Mark and Brian or to like a Kevin and Bean. These are the guys that were in California here, to a Frosty, Heidi, and Frank type of group in New York. But we didn't expect to lose our jobs. We both got fired for taking an interest in our radio stations. We both got fired. And I couldn't get a job anywhere else. I went to all the other local radio stations and nobody would give me the time of day. So I decided, I had a laptop. Because I used to research all my materials when I worked a graveyard shift. Yeah, because a graveyard shift, they don't care what you do on the radio. You do whatever you want. Anyway, so I had a laptop, and I started looking at what else I could do, and I found that I could do an internet radio station. So I started an internet radio station, ran it for about 10 years. It was called Teasers Tunage. Had about 5,000 listeners. I had 10 radio stations, and they were 10 different genres. Country, rock, jazz. There was like trance radio mixed with like whatever, beats per minute, etc. House music, etc. Rock, heavy metal, stuff like that. And then I had a talk radio station, and it was a gamer chat, and I used. Back then, we didn't have Discord, we didn't have Skype. Again, it was back in the America Online days. If you were alive for that, I'm sorry, but anyway, so I ran.
I want to show you something.
I will. I mean, I'm working this 15,000 chips down to see if I can get anything, and so far nothing is working. But anyway, I had an online radio station. One of the radio stations was a talk radio station where we talked about video games. We talked about video games and whatever was on our mind, and it was productive. And I had gamers. I had my clanmates, and we in fact one time we had about 15 people in the audio party, 16 people in the audio party. And yeah, it was noisy and stuff like that. And I decided, what we're going to do? Every single week, we're going to read a movie script. And we're going to do it live, like they used to do in the 20s and 30s when they used to do the old radio shows. Yeah, well, they used to do the old-time radio shows and stuff like that. So Oh, good. The echo is finally gone. Thank you, for his creeping for leaving the auto party. Oh, I can hear myself think now. Dude, the echo was brutal in there when he was in here. Absolutely brutal. Hey, look, I paid my mechanic $250 for the day, and I
Really, I
paid my
spent
five
like
hundred and
three
fifty
grand on
dollars
mine.
for daily property utility charges, and I paid
That
$300 to my executive assistant. It's too bad I can't get rid of any of those buildings. I don't use them anymore for anything. But anyway, so yeah, so I had the radio station. We did Monty Python, a whole bunch of Monty Python skits where we basically took like Monty Python. We did the Holy Grail. We did the Life of Brian. We did these things, and I doled out all the voices to all the people in the audio party, and these were voices ranging from there was a 60-year-old guy at the time. I think I was in my early 30s when I was doing it, or late 20s, early 30s. The youngest was probably an 8-year-old, and he did pretty well. It took a little while, and we did a live. We practiced it and practiced it over the air, and then one day, I recorded it all. I put sound effects and everything, and then every week. I think on a Saturday night I would rebroadcast the thing. Of course, eventually I would get sued by Monty Python, the people that make Monty Python, and I got a cease and desist letter, and that was the end. I also got sued by BMG Music Group. These are the people that collect royalties. So every time you play a song, back then I was paying something like 39 cents a song or something like that. So you imagine running music 24/7 on 10 different stations, paying 39 cents a song. It was adding up, and I was paying out of my savings deposit. Every month I would pay, I don't know, something like 700-800 bucks a month to pay for all the music I was broadcasting. So eventually, in order for me to do that, I had to start doing ads, just like any radio station. I found an ad for a bicycle store. I found an ad for I actually would go out and market my internet radio station. Now, obviously, come 2000 or 2001 or whenever Pandora and all those companies came out, they would eventually get rid of all the online broadcasters. So online radio is dead. You got Pandora, you've got Spotify, you got all these
Spotify,
big giant companies
Google.
that basically they can pay the millions of dollars and the fees. So they're the ones that are competing, satellite radio, etc. So that my radio days were done. Anyway, so one day I was sitting here playing a video game and I said, you know what? I am going to start the radio station again, and I'm going to start it using the PlayStation 4. Now, there isn't any radio station apps. I mean, there is Spotify and things like that, but there's nothing you can really broadcast with. But you could broadcast with your YouTube page, which I'm doing right here. My YouTube page is Defecate, D as in Delta, F as in Foxtrot, K as in Kilo, and the number 8, DFK8. That's my YouTube page. And use the PlayStation 4's audio party, which they just bumped up from 8 to 16. Right now I have Monkey underscore Senpai 64.
Yep.
Okay. And his YouTube page is Monkey in COD, COD being cash on delivery, of course. No, Call of Duty. And that's Monkey space IN space COD. That's his YouTube page. And we were dual broadcasting the other day, and that was kind of fun. That was kind of cool. We had some fun with that. That's where I won the 250,000. But like I said, when I woke up today and my PlayStation crashed, I'm summarizing basically what happened about an hour ago. I went into my PlayStation and my PlayStation crashed because I apparently was downloading porn or something. I don't know, but it didn't like it. I don't know, but it literally hard crashed my PS4, and because I'm on a smart TV, it went back to the last thing I was watching, which was the TV Plus, which is like a free thing that pops up on your smart TV, and it went right to CBS local news, and they were talking about a school shooting where a 16-year-old kid walked into his own high school, pulled out a gun out of his backpack and started shooting all the classmates. He shot the gun until the gun was empty. I don't know if it was a 15-round mag, it was a 9-round mag. I don't know because I don't know what kind of gun he was holding. I am a shooter. I do go to the shooting ranges with some of my gaming buddies, in fact, and we are shooters, but we don't go out and go shoot up a school or shoot up a Walmart like some of these psychopaths do. No, we target shoot and skeet shoot and do things like that. Has any of us ever had thoughts of going out and doing that? I'm sure it's entirely possible, but I don't delve into the brains of my friends and say, look, you know, are you going to take that gun out and go into your school? I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I mean, at least I guess if you're going to go out, make sure it's on YouTube, right, or 4chan or something like that. That's another thing. What is this 4chan? What is 4chan, Monkey Senpai?
Say what?
Do you know what 4chan? That's like the channel 4, but it's called 4chan. Supposedly that's where terrorists go, and that's where school shooters go to post their manifesto or whatever. Have you ever gone on the internet to 4chan?
No, I have not. I can't say I have.
Let me. I don't think you can get it on your phone, but let's see what happens here. I've never gone to it. I don't know if you have to load into it. Let's type in 4chan. 4chan.org looks like that's what popped up on my cell phone right here. Hey, look, I won 1,000. Cool. Let's keep going and see what we can get here.
Oh, and Chip.
Yeah.
Have you done any of the peyote plants yet, or no?
No, I haven't. I haven't found them yet. I've done it back in 2014 on offline. They had those peyote plants, and you could see like you start going and start tripping out and stuff. All right, so I'm on this page 4chan.org. It says, what is 4chan? 4chan is a simple image-based bulletin board where anyone can post comments and share images. There are boards dedicated to a variety of topics from Japanese animation and culture to video games and music. Okay, so it's no different than say a Reddit, but for some reason it went insane. 4chan, terrorists started using it, and school shooters started using it, and crazy psychopaths started using it. And just like I'm sure they use Reddit and everything else, but maybe Reddit is probably monitored better than 4chan. I don't really know. But like I'm looking at some of the boards in here, I see Japanese culture. It says anime and manga, anime and cute. There's cosplay. There's video games. There's interest. There's obviously going to be somewhere in here where it's going to be tapped into the dark web, where there's going to be the crazy stuff where people post the crazy things. There's the paranormal, LGBT, current news, cams and meetups. There's this one here, shit 4chan says. Now I start getting, here we go. Now we're into the porn. So we've gotten hardcore porn. So yeah, so obviously all these threads in here, they start going from cool things that you would be interested in like a Reddit page right to the nitty gritty shit. The deep down morbid shit that comes from people's brains. The shit you think about or the shit you dream about that you don't tell anybody else about. Unless, you're eccentric or creative and you will talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll draw. Maybe you'll draw pictures about it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I have some fucked up dreams. I mean, some fucked up dreams. I'm trying to think of like the dream that I had just before I woke up. Now, most of the time when just before you wake up is usually when you have your dream. I mean, you could probably be dreaming all night long, but I mean, I have a terrible sleep pattern. I sleep for maybe 3 hours in a 24-hour period, so that's pretty bad. I'm working on it, but I still have a terrible sleeping pattern. Sometimes I sleep during the day is the only time I can sleep, and sometimes I'll get a few hours at night as I start yawning. Sorry, but I'm trying to remember the dream that I had, and I can't. I used to write my dreams down because I love dreaming, even the nightmares. I love dreaming.
I don't know, man. I had a trippy ass one a couple days ago.
Tell me about your trippy ass dream. By the way, the voice you're hearing is Monkey, Monkey _ Senpai 64. So take it away. Let's hear your dream.
Alright, so I don't know how descriptive I am, but have you ever seen The Walking Dead, where it's like the abandoned hospital kind of thing?
Okay.
It's kind of like a fucked up maze after certain people barricade certain rooms off and stuff. But anyways, so my dream, it was like stacked up into multiple layers, and it was just a fucked up maze basically. And you had to find the way out and shit, and there's just some trippy ass, like you got the creepy twins that's like, do you want to play? Like, oh, it's so fucked up and stuff.
Oh, you mean
And
like
then you
from The
find,
Shining?
yeah, kinda. I don't know. It was just so fucking trippy. It was weird. And then you have people. And then at the top, you come into an office or whatever at some point, and he hands you like a key or something, and it tells you a riddle and shit. I don't remember it. It was been a couple of days. I don't know. It was so fucking trippy.
Okay, with a lot of cuss words and no real description. But that's cool.
It's hard to explain.
Now, do you ever write your dreams down?
Nah, I just try remembering them here and there and whatever.
So I'm looking at this 4chan, and I click on a link in here. Automatically, I go right to porn. Takes me right to porn.
Wait. What is it again?
The number 4chan, CHAN.org. And I clicked on anime because I wanted to check out the anime, and bam, right into porn. Right into porn. I'm gonna have to scrub my phone. Look at all this porn, all these naked chicks here, and all this.
4chan, huh?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I don't want to look at this crap anymore because this is fucking disgusting.
Whoa.
That is some hardcore porn right there. And sure enough, yeah, it's all over my phone. Okay, I want to go back to.
All right. So let me look here. So they got anime and manga, anime slash cute, anime slash wallpapers. All right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of porn in here. That's all I'm seeing is
To
a lot
access
of
the
porn.
section of 4chan, the website, you understand and agree in the following. 1. The content is for mature audience. I don't give a shit. This website is presented to you at... What up,
And
creepy?
speaking of an 8-year-old, let's talk to an 8-year-old here for a moment. Hey, creepy monkey, I got a question for you.
No warranty express.
Nope, creepy monkey doesn't want to talk now. Creepy monkey, you're 8 years old, right? So, creepy monkey, when you play video games, like what kind of video games do you like to play?
Dude, yeah, this is some sketchy shit right here, straight up.
Yeah. Okay, so wait a second. Your parents allow you to play Grand Theft Auto? Why? What do your parents think about Grand Theft Auto? Do they know anything about the game? Did they buy you the game? Wow. Okay, so this is an NC-17 game, everybody. Grand Theft Auto 5 was rated the most violent video game. The fact that you can run people over, kill people, blow people up, kill hookers, run hookers over. They cuss.
You can even go to a strip club and a bunch of other shit.
You go to a strip club, you can get drunk, you can smoke weed. It is the most violent video game, and yet here you go, an 8-year-old. The parents bought him this. What is your mom or dad home? Yeah, put your mom on the headset. Put your mom on the headset. I want to have a chat with her. What? What does that mean? I'm sorry. Why don't you give me an explanation of what you're saying? I want to know what an 8-year-old's talking about. Oh my God. It's an 8-year-old. No, I want to talk to your mom. I want to find out why. What?
I'm going to have to cut this short, man. I got to go.
Okay, buddy.
I'll talk to y'all later.
You got it.
Peace out.
All right, Monkey Senpai has left the audio. I am working my last 1,000 chips here, and I have nothing to show for it. Whereas the last time I broadcast, I won 250,000, and here we are. We're last 500, and last spin of the day, and we got nothing. All right, well, so we're done with the casino there. Let's get us out of first person. Let's see. It says we still have people in here. That's okay. Let's put this money into our bank. It's not really much, but no. What I'm curious in is why your mom would let you play such a violent video game, especially if she has absolutely no idea what her child is playing. I just want to talk to her. I'm just curious on why she would allow. She knows what you play. She knows that you talk to adults when you're playing these games. But you're talking to me right now. We're in an audio party and we're. Oh, I can't buy any more chips. That's a bummer. Okay, we'll leave the casino and we'll go walk around a little bit. Didn't win the car, but got some XP. Got myself up to level 220. You can play whatever you like. It's your PlayStation. It's your stuff. You're gonna play Grand Theft Auto, but you don't have PlayStation Plus, so you have to play offline. So you play the story mode, which is even still violent. No, but I'm just curious. I just want to say hi to your mom. No, I don't want to smash. I don't want to bang. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, I just want to say, hey, what's up? I'm just curious. I'm curious. I want to talk to you. Okay. I'm sure your dad's nice too. Oh, she sounds young. Mom sounds young, but then you're young. What, do you have older brothers and sisters, or you're the only child in your? Hello? Are you on the audio mic with us? Oh, okay. I'm not your son's friend, but your son is in a community that I run. I'm an adult, and I personally would never have my kids talking to adults. I would want to know what's going on. I'm just going to say right now, you need to be more in your kid's life to find out what's going on. He's playing a violent video game. Did you know that? That you know how violent that video game? Do you know anything about Grand Theft Auto 5? Kind of. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, for you and I, it's a great game because we're adults, right? It's a great game, but it's extremely violent. You know, there's racism, there's swearing, there's murder, there's hookers, there's you could kill cops. I guess so, but for an 8-year-old, is that good for an 8-year-old? Yeah, just kind of let it roll. I mean, it's all good. I mean, oh God, oh I didn't want to do that. See, I just almost jumped off in front. Oh no, no, yeah, yeah. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto like an idiot. I'm trying to run across the street on a red light. See, that's stupid. I'm running on a red light, and sure enough, oh God, I almost got hit. But here we go. But yeah, and you're absolutely right, and I'm glad that we're talking. I think that's great. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't want your, I realize your son's going to be on audio parties and he's going to talk to people. And I can't tell you how to live your life or how you should raise your son. And I absolutely, I just, and I want you to just know that, okay, that your boy is on an audio party with me. He pops into my audio parties every once in a while. I refrain from cussing because I'm an adult and I don't feel personally. This anybody else can do whatever they want. Just me personally, um, I don't cuss in front of. That's just not cool. And also like I put on my audio party. I don't know if you saw it said adult content. So, but an 8-year-old is going to pop in. There's nothing I can do. He's going to be curious, of course. There's we know that. Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. You're right. I mean, as violent as, you turn on the TV news, at dinner time. What do you watch? You watch bombings and killings and horrible negative human behavior. And what the luckily the 8 year old isn't mature enough and developed enough to really comprehend it, or maybe he is. I mean, your little guy is talking to me like he's an adult. I mean, other than the fact that his voice is very, you can tell his voice is very young, but I mean, he's an 8 year old that's so mature. And I mean, I look at my nephew's 12. I haven't seen my nephew since about 3 years, so 12, 11, 10, so 9 years old. His mom swears. My sister swears up a storm. She lets him live his life however he's going to live his life. The same way he watches the internet. He's got a laptop. But she said specifically, do not play Grand Theft Auto. She knows how violent. Now she likes the racing in it. My sister plays with the PlayStation, so she loves the racing cars and stuff. But when it comes down to all the negativity, all the racism, all that stuff, she doesn't want him near it. So sure enough, what does he do when he comes to my house? He gets on the GTA, right? Especially if I'm at work or I'm doing stuff, he gets on the GTA and he plays it. And I come in one day and there he is sitting on the chair playing GTA, and I'm like, dude, what did your mom say, bro? You know, even I don't want you playing this stuff. I'll put on Lego Batman or something for you. But I'm sure even Lego Batman's probably violent too, right? I don't know. I've never played Lego Batman. Right, and like he was saying, he has Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I remember the cartoon, but I didn't know there was a video game for it. That's kind of cool, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, just me personally, just to let you know where I'm at. That yeah, that when he says that he's talking to his friends and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know him. I'm only friends with the people that I know in person. Um, Yeah, so I mean, yeah, yes, he is in a community. My community currently has, I think we have 5,500 members, and in this community, it's only monkeys and apes. So I'm a rabid chimp, and he's what was it, a creepy monkey, I think. So, yeah, and he's able to join the video games through the community. He's able to join the audio parties through the community as well. So, yeah, and of course I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't think I could play. Well, I'm online, so I don't think he can go online because he said he didn't have the PlayStation Plus, which is a good thing then. But that still the game is pretty brutal. But I'm glad you came on and talked. I appreciate that. That's super cool. Right, but he's gonna get that anyway. I mean, he's 8 years old. He's gonna get it off the TV and oh God. The first time, here's a funny story. The first time I sweared and I said the F word, you know how I was 12 years old? 12 years old. So now I'm 50 years old now. So that was a long time ago, and that was a different generation back then, okay? We didn't have computer games. At least I didn't have. I mean, my dad worked for the military, and he had a computer, but it was, he was doing his military stuff. And I remember when he became a civilian, he brought the computer home, and we were able to play text-based games. That's what the video games were. And then finally in the 80s, we got Pong. So that's about the excitement of my life. But so when I was 12 and I was in class, and I grew up in a pretty good mixed family, but we didn't swear. My parents didn't swear. I mean, if they said like poop and things like that, and they would tell us to say something different. The first time I heard the F word, and I came home and I was saying it like I was proud to say the F word, right? You know what I got? I got a bar of soap in the mouth. And I remember that bar of soap. I remember that bar of soap was one of those, and I actually liked it the first time because I liked the taste of the bar of soap, because at the time it was one of those, it was a Neutrogena, it was like a amber colored soap, so it was like an amber clear colored soap, and it had like flavor to it. So I was like, oh wait a minute, that's actually like, you might as well stuck a Twinkie in my mouth. I'm going to keep cussing, right? And then the next time she stuck powdered borax in my mouth. Wow, talk about child abuse, right? Talk about child abuse. Well, after that, I didn't swear anymore. I waited a couple of years, and 13 went by, 14 went by. I think I didn't start swearing again until this new family moved into our neighborhood, and they came from Brooklyn, New York. They were from Brooklyn, and they were potty mouths. Man, they would, I'm gonna kick your effing this and mother effing that. And these and they invited, like, we back when I was a young guy, we used to have. I mean, this wasn't the 50s, obviously. I'm talking, this is the 70s, okay? So it was a different time. But the 70s similar to the 50s in the sense that you still had the parks. You had neighborhoods, and people would all come out on 4th of July, and they would shoot fireworks and have dinner and stuff. They don't really do that anymore because they have the inner. That stuff all pretty much died off, I would say, in the 80s or 90s. People don't come out of their house anymore. They don't go to the park. All these neighborhoods, they have a centralized area where you have the supermarket and you have the park. You go to the park. And if you ever drive around and you look at the parks, they're all empty. They're filled with homeless people, people shooting meth, like people getting stabbed in the parks. That's what the parks are for. But the families don't go out to the parks anymore. The families don't go. They don't have the. I mean, maybe somewhere in the Midwest. I mean, I live in California. I live in Los Angeles. I mean, San Francisco 49ers fan, 1975. Am I? Damn, that says a lot right there. Do you have a microphone?
Yes.
You have a microphone?
Yes.
All right, hey buddy, what's up? We're just chatting. So, yeah, so we used to have the parks in the streets. So 4th of July, I'd say 14 years old. 4th of July.
I'm gonna come back because I can't hear creepy. So
Hey, okay. San Francisco 49ers fan, 1975. MI. That says a lot right there. He's a San Francisco. Hey,
okay.
hey,
I'm
buddy.
back.
How old are you, pal?
12.
Wow. Okay. Hear how his voice? Wow, his balls dropped. So at 12, well, he's still kind of squeaky, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Those Brooklyns, man, they freakins were swearing up a storm. And my mom had the earmuffs. Remember the earmuffs from what movie was that? What was that? Frank the Tank, and somebody's gonna know this, but I can't freaking think of what it is at the moment. But my mom had her hands around my ears so I wouldn't hear everything coming out. And we went home that after the 4th of July, there after the fireworks and after all the fruit
I'm
ambrosia.
gonna just sleep. Okay, bye.
Look at that. Shadow Dragon _J has joined the party. And San Francisco 49ers fan 1975. So these kids are all joining, right, because of Creepy. So that's why, this kid, I couldn't tell. Maybe he was like 40 years old and he smoked, Luckies and drank Jack Daniels, and that's how he had that scratchy voice like that, right? But he was 12 years old, okay. Oh, we scared another one away. But, yeah, so I didn't really start cussing, I think, until I moved out. But nowadays, kids are cussing at 6. I mean, in Grand Theft Auto, this game is so violent, it brings all kinds of kids out. Okay, I've heard kids at 5 years old playing this game, running people over, blowing people up. I've had a 5-year-old kid, threaten me, threaten my family. I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna kill all your family. Like, okay, you're 5 years old. Hey, good luck. Come on down. We'll play patty cake. I mean, 5-year. How is a 5-year-old? I mean, that's crazy. So one day you should just go in with like a tape recorder, and one day when your kid's playing, just put a tape recorder by his door and listen to the crap he says just for shits and giggles. That's actually some entertainment right there, right? It's crazy. It's great. The reason why, like, I came in just to play, but then on my cell phone I had gotten an alert that there was a school shooting up in okay, so I'm in Los Angeles, and I think Santa Clarita is still Los Angeles County, but it's about 2 hours north of us, up at the 5, I believe. Well, I know there was a fire there last week, but anyway, the thing came on my phone because I'm on Twitter, and I belong to a lot of law enforcement. I'm not law enforcement, but I just because of the recent fires and things like that, I belong to a lot of law enforcement and fire department, things like that. Things on the Twitter. And the thing popped up that said school shooting, 16-year-old kid at school, went into the quad, pulled out a handgun, and shot 6 of his clanmates and himself. And that really just, That really just, yeah, that really got me. Especially here I am playing this violent video game, and I was talking to some of the kids that were on here earlier, some of the guys I game with, some of them that are my age, and some of them that are obviously younger. Obviously, we all game, and we were talking about that. And I was just like, what gets into the mind of these kids? Is it the violent video games? What makes it so easy? I mean, it's so easy in a video game to run up and shoot a bunch of people and then jump off a bridge or shoot yourself because you know you're just going to respawn, right? You can respawn in these video games. You come back to life. Like it's not like I like like Fortnite and Apex and these games right here. Those are extremely violent, but I like that they're battle royale, last man standing. That when you die, you die. You don't respawn. Right. So it's about preservation. You have to do your best to build a building and hide behind it, or figure out a way to keep yourself alive and not die. So you're going to do everything you can. That's a good self-preservation type of game. I like that, but I don't like the game itself. I don't like Fortnite. I don't like Apex. I don't like these games. I'm terrible at it. I would die every second. I can't go 10 steps without dying. So, yeah, especially yeah, right. And trust me, I get frustrated. I rage quit when these little 8-year olds are kicking my ass, and I'm like, man, I can't play these video games for crap. I got to go back to playing Monopoly or play like I have like I downloaded a free poker game that keeps me entertained. I don't have to spend any money or anything like that. Just play the poker game. That's cool. But yeah, these games are frustrating. But as easily in this video game, if you were to take these games literally, and just like there was a good period of time in the mid 2000s where senators and congressmen and all these people wanted to ban violent video games because they thought that violent video games are what's making these kids, go out and do these school shootings and stuff like that. There's plenty of people that play these violent video games and they don't become violent. They go on with their lives. They're productive, etc. But then yeah, it's entirely good concept that if a kid can go around shooting people and there's no consequences and they can shoot themselves in the video game. Some of them, the disturbed children, the children that are psychotic or are schizophrenic or actually have some kind of problem. Maybe there's alcohol in the family, there's drugs in the family, and they've picked up. Then it's easier for them to be able to walk into the closet, get dad's gun, go out, play a video game in real life because there's no consequences. So that freaks me out, and that makes you think, okay, well, as easy it is to get guns, it's easy. I mean, even if they took all the guns away, they can, well, most little kids can't drive cars, but I remember when I was 4 years old and I climbed into my dad's Volkswagen Beetle and undid the emergency brake and rolled the car into the street. Thank God, right? And little kids do that because, not, yeah, they're curious. Parents aren't always watching, just like kids that drown in the pool. Their parents aren't watching or whatever. And I mean, shit happens. And I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that we lived on an extremely busy street in L.A., I mean, a busy street, and the fact that somebody had they slammed on their brakes and didn't hit the car. They got out of the car and supposedly they called my parents. They got me. They were holding on to me. I mean, I can sort of see it in my mind. I mean, 4 years old. We're talking. What's that? I can't do the math. What 4 minus 50 is? That's what 46 years ago, right? um. Let's see here. Wow, this is hard to read. Okay, so somebody just popped in. Okay. Um. Giant Midget Moto. What's up, Rabbit Chimp? You probably don't remember me. We used to hang out in Primates in Black Ops back in the day. Found your channel a while ago. Oh, that's cool. Hey, what's up there, Giant Midget Moto? Cool. Rock on, brother. Or sister. Or I don't know. Now I lost my train of thought there, Giant Midget Moto. Bam! You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, look at that car right there. It's like a 57 Chevy that just rolled by. That was dope. So, in the video game in Grand Theft Auto 5, I've managed to run up to the Hollywood Bowl, but in the game, it's not called the Hollywood Bowl. It's what's it called? I saw it over here. It must be the Vinewood Bowl. Let me go look. But it looks, I mean, it's spot on to the Hollywood Bowl. It's pretty cool. I like the way Grand Theft Auto really they did Google Maps, but it wasn't. I'm not sure it was Google Maps at the time. It was MapQuest or whatever they did because this game came out in 2013. Yeah, it's called the Vinewood. Let's go over here. Yeah, it's the Vinewood Bowl, and they it's spot on to the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, they nailed it. Box office opens Thursday. Look at that. Fatal Incursion. Is that a band? I don't know. Gamer tag was Happy Hot Dog. Happy Hot Dog. I don't know. If you're talking about Black Ops way back down, bro, my brain's been fried with too much drugs and alcohol. And just living. I have no idea. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Do you have a gamer tag? Do you play video games? Creeper Monkey's mom, I guess. You play video games? Yeah, Creeper Monkey 24, I think, right? I think it's what or 42 or is it 24? Creeper Monkey 24. giant giant midget giant midget moto. That's dope. Oh, PC. Yeah, that's most of my clan went to PC. Yeah. What was your online ID or your. Oh, okay. So you're like me. We were just playing, right? Just playing. Yeah, exactly. All right, all right. That's all good. Um, but I appreciate you coming on and chatting with me. That's super dope. Oh, Gorilla Tavern. Okay. See. This is someone who's sending me a message. I know Gorilla Tavern, but boy, you changed your name, huh? Damn it, you changed it. No wonder I don't see Gorilla Tavern on my friends list anymore. Or I do, but it's a dead account, I bet. Because if you changed your name, then Gorilla Tavern's a dead account. So I'm assuming I have to remove the Gorilla Tavern if you're not using it anymore. Correct, right? Giant midget. No, do you still use that Gorilla Tavern, or are you done with it? Because it's obviously a dead account because it's never moved. It says it hasn't been online in months. Obviously, it's been years, not just months. But so creepy. LOL, it's still there, but I only use PS4 for Netflix. Yeah, I use PS4 for Netflix and YouTube and I re-downloaded Grand Theft Auto 5. I hadn't played Grand Theft Auto 5 in like 3 years, but I just wanted to check it out. I can't believe how much changes. The map has not changed, but they have added a ton of DLC in 3 years. They've had new cars, new weapons, new clothing. Of course, as soon as I saw this outfit, yeah, I had to put it on. The Space Champ. Yeah, so this is all I wear now is the Space Champ. But we're gonna take a walk into the Hollywood Bowl here and see what's going on. Oh, I meant to look up at the sign, the revolving digital sign here. It says Fatal Incursion Barbecue Space Flight tonight 7 p.m. Life Invader Bowl. That's funny. Um, where did I see that? Was that the same digital sign right there? Okay, whatever. Anyway, well, let's walk into the Hollywood Bowl here. Uh, yeah, we used to. I think we used to play a Gorilla Tavern. I don't really know if we used to play GTA together. Remember, it came out in 2013 on the PlayStation 3. So here we go. Here's the poster on the wall. You have to remember again. This game came out in 2013. So it's been around. We're in 2019. This game has been around, and the graphics. Look at that. The graphics still look great for a PlayStation 3 game. I mean, just look at the way the sun. Look at the shadows on the ground here. The wind blowing like the tree here. Look at the tree up here moving. These graphics in here are stupendous. I mean, I think that's why I keep going back to Grand Theft Auto 5. Because I think the graphics are great. I think the physics are amazing. I think the ragdoll effects in this game are great. And you can always just randomly punch for no reason and kick. Let's see. Here's a person over here washing the windows. Are we washing the windows? Hey, ma'am, how you doing? I turned the audio off in the game because it was getting hella loud, but I can bring the audio back up. Yeah, what's up, creepy monkey? Hey, thanks for letting me chat with your mom. Your mom's cool. Yeah, she's cool. Make sure you tell your mom you love your mom, and I want you to hug and kiss your mom every single day and tell her you love her. Okay? Make sure you do that. Don't. I can't, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't. I keep all adults on my friends list. But you're more than welcome to jump into the audio party when we're online. Uh, I wanted to talk to your mom, and she gave me the lowdown. You're a cool kid. You got a good head on your shoulders. That's good. Just no swearing. Be a good boy. Don't get any soap in your mouth like I did. Yeah, whenever I said a bad word, my mom put soap in my mouth. She wanted to clean my mouth. She wanted to make sure my mouth was clean so it wasn't filthy and dirty and said poopy words. So my mom was cleaning my mouth out. But when I became an adult, I have a potty mouth. But see, me personally, I don't like to have a potty mouth when there's children in the audio party. Now, anybody else that joins the audio party may have a poopy mouth. But you don't say bad words, right? You don't say bad words, or do you say bad words? Good. You ever had a bar of soap in your mouth? No, it's not. It's not tasty, is it? I mean, they have flavored soap. I mean, I watch. You ever go to YouTube? Well, of course you go to YouTube. Okay, there's a monkey I watch. I've been watching this monkey for 10 years. His name is Monkey Boo. He's a black-capped capuchin monkey. So next time you're on YouTube and you want to watch a funny monkey and a man that owns a monkey and he trains him to do stuff and all kinds of cool stuff, look up Monkey Boo, B-O-O, Monkey Boo, and his brother Monkey Happy. They're two black-capped capuchin monkeys. Cute. Oh my God, they're cute. They're in Texas, and in Texas you're allowed to own a monkey. In California, you're not allowed to own a monkey unless you're like a zoo. What? It's like beautiful sunny here. Now it's starting to rain. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the sun's out. There's just a little bit of clouds up there. Let's go into first person. Let's go into first person here. And it's starting to rain. Oh, it's starting to gray up a little bit. This would be a nice Southern California shower here, according to... I used to think that Grand Theft Auto was built off the same weather system. Oh my God, that was a loud yell. Oh, okay, bro. But remember, go to YouTube and type in Monkey Boo in the search and watch some of those videos. I think you and your mom will dig them. Really cool. Really smart monkey, too. Really cute little monkeys. All right, Creeper Monkey 24. Have a good time, buddy. Okay, who else is in the audio party right now? Anybody else? All right, so this is Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. We've been broadcasting for an hour and 23 minutes. And we're going to hang out and chat with Giant Midget Moto. So, a gorilla, wait, my hot dog. Yeah, that's right. In Black Ops, you used to make the little hot dog pictures. Oh yeah, that shit was dope, bro. I used to love those little things. Okay, so what we're talking about is, do you remember if you all played Call of Duty back in was it Black Ops 2? I think it was Black Ops 2 where you were able to actually create your gamer banner, the banner that was, that your name was on. You could actually make a picture on there. And then after Black Ops 2, I think all the other Black Ops you were able to make it. I think there was maybe one Call of Duty game where you were able to do that as well. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember that. But it was called Player Card. Yeah, the player cards. I think you're right. Right, the player cards. And Gorilla Tavern, one of her clanmates, he's incredible at making those things. Oh, I was just like looking down at this arrow and it looked like there was a penis on there. It was just a weird shape crack in the road there. Okay, not a penis. Moving on. It would be funny if that was a penis. Look at the raindrops hitting the water. Look at how realistic that looks for such an old game like this. Look at just the pavement, the way that the graphics of the pavement. Look at the cars. Let's see if we can get a reflection off a car. We obviously got a reflection off of here. Sun's not out, so we're not going to have a shadow on the ground. Look at how my feet are in the water. Look at the water puddling up around my feet. Can I jump? Yeah, so when I skid around in the water, he splashes in the water. That's pretty dope. Let's see if we can get a reflection off the car. So we got the raindrop. Yeah, we got reflection off the cars. That's pretty dope. But yeah, Gorilla Tavern used to make the coolest. Like, he knew how to manipulate the shapes and stuff like that. I couldn't figure that out. I could do the text and stuff like that, but I really couldn't make the cool stuff. Man, if there was a way I could pull it up on the internet, a picture of that, and post it, I would. That's one thing. I guess if I was broadcasting on a laptop or computer, I could pull up graphics and stuff like that, like the pros do. On the PlayStation 4, you can't really do that. Or if you can, I just don't know how to do that. Because if I go to desktop and try to look for something, it's going to you're not going to see a broadcast. You're going to see a blue screen, but you're going to hear my voice. But so yeah, we're at the Vinewood Bowl here, Grand Theft Auto. I'm walking. I haven't stolen any cars. I haven't done anything like that because I'm kind of just sort of reminiscing of Los Angeles at the Hollywood Bowl. And they did a really good job as far as the graphics going here. Like, if I actually take us out inside here, I went to the Hollywood Bowl. I went to the Greek Theater. The Greek Theater is an open theater like this as well. Greek Theater is in Los Angeles. The Hollywood Bowl, of course, is famous for, they have the LA orchestra that goes to the Hollywood Bowl, because supposedly the acoustics of this place is phenomenal for an orchestra. I've seen, I came here and I saw Kitaro, which is a Japanese classical jazz, new age type of musician, Kitaro. And I seen Kitaro here, and they had Japanese dancers, and they were doing martial arts and stuff, and it was really amazing. And for Kitaro, I sat over here. I'll show you exactly where I sat for the Kitaro concert. Now, I know there's security guards in this game that will chase you out. You can kind of see them over there, but I'm going to sneak in here. See if I can get up over here. I'm having trouble walking through here. For Kitaro, I'm trying to get over here. This right here is a concession, so it's closed up. But this would normally at the Hollywood Bowl, this right here, you could come over here and get beer and Coca-Cola and stuff like that. So that's a concession thing up there. That, I guess, would be the elevator to take you up there. And I think they put cameras and lights and stuff up there. And you can also see how there's like the Jumbotron. You can watch stuff up there as well. For Kitaro, we sat right here. I don't know why there's no benches here. Okay, but we sat right here for Kitaro. So I'll go into first person. This was my view for that concert. And that was pretty good. I mean, we had to use binoculars. Look at the people next to us had binoculars so we could see what was going on. Now, I also went to the Hollywood Bowl for the Playboy Jazz Festival. Oh, I used to be a driver, a private driver. And I drove, I don't remember the musician's name, but I drove him. And I got to go backstage. I got to see everything the Hollywood Bowl has to offer. Now, in the video game, I can do exactly the same thing. But like when you go through these double doors right here, there's a whole backstage area. And, I don't know why none of this is open, but you can see like the doors here and stuff. That takes you all to the backstage. The bands would all be set up here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this circle is an elevator that goes down as well. So they could put like a drum riser on here or whatever. But this over here would be like if this was a play going on up top here on the stage. This right here would be where like the band would play for the, that where they'd have the orchestra pit right here is what they call it, I believe. And then, of course, you have all your people. Let's see if I can go over here and piss off a security guard. See, I get them to chase me out. Hi, guys. My name is Rabbit Chimp 805. Are you employees here? You look like you're just employees. You don't look like security guards. Oh, just... Hi, guys. How you doing? He's cussing at me in Spanish. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? No response. Have you guys ever seen a space chimp before? That's me. I'm a space chimp, so you don't see me talking. Are you guys smoking because I have a cigar in my mouth? Is that why you're smoking? No habla español. Me llamo es Rabido Chimpo. That's about the best of my Spanish there. Here, Gorilla Tavern, write some Spanish on there on the screen so I can say something in Spanish to these guys. See if they respond. It just looks like they're... I can't... This one looks like he's wearing an apron. Excuse me, I sneezed. An hour and 30 minutes into this live broadcast, I'm Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. Live talk radio. Don't have any talkers with me. You don't know Spanish? Giant Midget Moto live at the Hollywood Bowl. I'm sorry, at the Vinewood Bowl. Well, they're speaking actual Spanish. I mean, some of these words I understand, but if I had a Spanish speaker in here, maybe they could, that would be good to translate somebody. Es verdad, no me gusta. Can you guys, you know, I remember when you first played Grand Theft Auto 5, you could actually communicate with people. Like, if I pull a gun out right now, these guys will freak out. See? So it is interactive. The game is interactive. Ay, Dios mío. Yeah, I'm going to go follow them, see where they go. Last time I was in here, I got chased out by security guards. I don't see a security guard at the moment. Let's see where these guys go. Look, they're jumping over the fence. Where did they go? They just disappeared. They like to talk shit till the iron comes out. Yeah, not so tough now, are they? Right? Right? Exactly right. All right, so earlier we were talking about a school shooting that went on in northern Los Angeles County that really bothered me because it is the 22nd school shooting of the year in just the U.S. And that's why I started broadcasting today, because I wanted to talk to the kids that game, and I wanted to just get it off my chest how nauseated I am. You know, when you become an adult and you start maturing, as long as you're not schizophrenia or psychopath, you actually take to heart when people die. It's not a cool thing when people die. That Mustang. Some people don't care. They go on with their life and they don't care about it. And some people, people die every day. People die in wars. People die in just everyday conflict. People kill each other. I mean, humans are fucking rotten. And I'm sorry I cussed. Humans are fucking rotten. No matter how far we advance in technology, what iPhone's coming out, or what's going on, it sickens me. How I mean, I watch these, like, okay, we just had Veterans Day on November 11th, or was it November 12th? November 11th, I believe, was Veterans Day. And, went out and high-fived some veterans, thanked the veterans, and blah, 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 this and that. And, of course, they run, on Veterans Day and Memorial Day and things like that that have to do with soldiers, they run the TV shows and the things like Saving Private Ryan. Well, they ran the Pacific, the 10-chapter series on the Pacific War. And, of course, they do Band of Brothers and things like that. And I watch these war films, but when I was like 16 years old and gung-ho into the war films, and I thought it was awesome watching people get blown up and shot and stuff like that. And I thought that was awesome, and I couldn't wait to get on the video game and start playing Black Ops or Call of Duty or Battlefield and go and shoot people myself. I mean, and go and do all the same stuff I've seen in the movie. Right? I couldn't wait to go play the video games and do the same thing. And I was so gung-ho. And then when I watch it as an adult, at the age that I am now, I I I can't understand. I can't understand my brain, my way of thinking of when I was a teenager of the things like that. I couldn't wait to go into the military. Couldn't wait to become a cadet. I couldn't wait to get into ROTC. I couldn't wait to do all these things. But now, and you think about it, and like, what the fuck were you thinking? You know, like it actually. I don't want to say that I'm a big biker, tattooed, covered guy. If you saw me in real person, you would probably turn away and walk away. Most people walk away. I'm 6'1". I'm 250 pounds. I'm covered in tattoos from neck down. And I'm a big guy. I got big, thick sideburns like Elvis. Long, curly hair. Here, I'll show you what I look like. In fact, here, I'll take off this uniform right here that I'm wearing in Grand Theft Auto. And I pretty much made my guy look like I look in real life. Of course, I couldn't get the same tattoos and stuff. Let's see, outfit. Here's one of my outfits. That's Rabbit Chimp right there. I couldn't get the hair right. My hair is down past my shoulders, and it's gray. And I couldn't get the hair right. I don't have a mustache. I have a little mustache, but I have these big, crazy sideburns. But I don't know how to. Let me see. I think I need to go to. Here we go. There you go. That's Rabbit Chimp right there. Let me find some sunlight so you can see what I look like better. Like I don't know how to take off the clothes so I could show you, but you see he's all tatted up. I'm tatted up on my legs. I'm tatted up on my back and my chest. I'm just not tatted up on my neck, face, or hands. I did that, you know, because my mom always said, don't get tattoos on your hands, face. There we go, going into the light here. So this is Rabbit. If you walk up to a guy like this, you're probably going to turn away, unless you're a big guy like me or a big woman like me, probably. Big burly. I went to the big burly bike look minus the tats. Actually, this account is my motorcycle vlog channel. Okay, now are you playing? Are you in Grand Theft Auto? I'm in a invite only. I don't have your friend, so let me. Okay, so you're going to see the broadcast stop for a moment. You're going to see a blue screen. You're going to hear my voice. But let me see. Giant Midget Moto. Let me send you a friend request. So just hang on a moment here. Let's see. Let's go here. All right, Giant Midget Moto. Let's look you up, and I'll send you a friend request. I have my... no one can send me a friend request because of the community I run, so... Let's look up Giant Midget Moto. Why is it saying there's 0 players? Did I spell it wrong? Okay, there's 100 giant midgets. So let's look down and see if I can find a giant midget moto here. Giant midget. I'm assuming that's... Alright, let's go back to the game. Let me go back to the game here. Okay, giant midget moto. That's what I typed in. It's still Gorilla Tavern? Oh, okay, so it shows up in the YouTube as a different name. All right, let me look again. I may have removed the Gorilla Tavern because I didn't see any movement for years. Let me take a look here. Let's take a look here. Gorilla Tavern. Yeah, usually I started getting rid of player. I got a Gorilla Tavern 512 and a Gorilla Tavern. I'll send both and see which one responds. A 512 and a regular Gorilla Tavern. So let's see which one of those you get. But yeah, after about 2 years, I finally started removing players off my friends list because I didn't think they were ever coming back, and I think your name was one of them. I sent Gorilla Tavern 512 a friend request, and Gorilla Tavern. So, did you get? Okay, so one of them I'm assuming one of them you'll respond to. So let's see here. Oop, I started spinning around because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, we were talking about the school shooting today, and it really bothered me. And I was talking about last Thursday, a week from today, last Thursday, there was a murder-suicide a couple of blocks from our house with a potential bomb threat. Turns out this guy, 33-year-old man, killed his mom, killed the family dog, and then killed himself. There was no bomb found on the property. And they lived in a gated community. And that really tore at my heartstrings because my mom passed away a couple of years ago, and I would never think in my brain. Now, I've gotten angry at my mom and my dad. I mean, you do that as a kid. You rebel. You rebel when you're a teenager. It's part of puberty. It's part of growing up. But I would never, in my brain, thought of killing my parents. I mean, how horrible. How horrible of a person must you be to think like that? But it really tore at me. I mean, it was just down the street. Now, in our family, I'll tell you a personal thing. In our family, when I was 16 years old, I just gotten my license. And about a month or two after my 16th birthday and my getting my driver's license, a cousin on my mom's side, I'm walking up to these people that are standing in line waiting to buy tickets, it looks like, I think. I thought they were screaming at me, but they're not. Okay. It's all these yoga girls. It's like they're buying tickets out there. But anyway, there was a murder-suicide in our, and I don't know, maybe every family has a murder-suicide. I don't know. But we have my aunt has a brother. Okay, my aunt has a brother and had two other sisters. And one of the sisters was married to a guy who had a gambling problem. And he lost all the money in the family. Now, she had two kids, a son and a daughter. At the time, the son was 3 and the daughter was 1, I want to say. And the husband and wife decided that they were going to get a divorce. They were going to get a divorce. And he didn't want to get a divorce. He was very, I don't know the words for it, but he came home, he killed his wife, and he was going to kill the kids. But the wife, who was my second cousin, their mother was taking care of the kids that day because of the whole divorce thing. So she was home, and she kept yelling to him, please leave, don't kill the kids, don't kill the kids. So what did he do? He sat down in front of the front door, and he put a gun in his mouth, and he blew his head off. Blocked the door so the fire department couldn't even get in the freaking door. You know, when the police and fire department came, they had to, I think, bust down a wall because they couldn't get in the front door, and they wanted to preserve the crime scene. He shot her, unloaded an entire shotgun on her, point blank, and then a .357 mag cylinder handgun, all 6 rounds into her. That's a very angry man. And then he took the .357, reloaded it, and blew his head off at the front door. Okay, so that happened in our family, and that was when I was 16 years old. And when I was 16 years old, of course, I'm morbid. I wanted to see what was going on, but obviously because I wasn't direct family, I couldn't go there. So my first cousin, he was, let's see, if I was 16, I think he was 20 or 21 at the time. He had to go to the house and identify the bodies at the house. He had to go. Not his dad, not his mom, but he had to go because he was the closest person to that crime scene. He had to go. And I remember that. I wanted to find out everything. What did you see? Was there blood everywhere? Was there, bullet? I mean, I'm 16 years old. Come on, I'm morbid. I wanted to see that. I wanted to, talk about that. But I didn't think back then that it was a whole violent thing. It didn't click into my brain until I became an adult and could actually talk about something like that. Think of the PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder that you would get from seeing that. I mean, that's combat. That's combat. So, so of course later on, when I would get into college, I would take psychology classes. I would take sociology classes. Giant Midget Moto has piped in saying, violence is nothing. It's nothing new to humanity. Instant worldwide notoriety for doing said violences, and the sickos who want that kind of attention. Okay, and that's true. So there's different. We know that there's different classifications of humans, because we know that our jails are full of people that commit crimes. They commit crimes for notoriety. They commit crimes because they have an addiction and they need to feed their addiction. They commit crimes because they're bored and they got nothing better to do, maybe. They commit crimes because they're sociopaths, psychopaths. They have a distinct mental disorder that's either in their DNA. You know, maybe their parents were schizophrenics, maybe their parents were psychotics, and it flowed through the DNA. Or, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's no answer. There's no answer why humans are insane, crazy. I mean, that do the things they do. Okay, borderline shooting. This was last year. Or the borderline shooting in Thousand Oaks, California. This was an ex-Marine, a 24-year-old, I think, U.S. Marine. Went to Afghanistan, went to Iraq, and he decided one day, and he did a manifesto. He wrote a manifesto on 4chan that we were talking about earlier. He wasn't a terrorist, you know, even though they labeled him as a terrorist because he killed so many people. He said he did it because he could. That's what he wrote. That's the last thing he said. He went on Facebook Live and committed his crimes on Facebook Live. He even showed, you know, that he had the gun in his hand with his cell phone, and showed him shooting at people in the back while they were running out the door. And the last words he said before he put the gun to his head, they're going to talk about me. They're going to talk about me on the news. They're going to talk about me in the newspapers. They're going to talk about me for a really long time. I don't want to let you know right now the reason why I did it is because I could. Put the phone down, blew his head off. Was he a psychopath? Was he a sociopath? Was he schizophrenic? Did he have PTSD? Was he on the FBI's radar? Should he had owned a gun? Well, he was a U.S. Marine. Most soldiers, you know, are allowed to own weapons. You know, I mean, unless they specifically had records that they had too much PTSD or they had mental disorders. I mean, you have to think that 99% of most soldiers who have gone to combat have come out with some mental disorders. You see death. I mean, let's go to the Bible for just a moment. I'm not religious. I'm actually an atheist. But let's go to the Bible for a moment and let's just say, thou shalt not kill. That's one of the 10 commandments, right? I may be an atheist, but I do know what right and wrong is. And I do know about the Bible. I mean, the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. That's the Bible, right? Anyway, one of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill. And if you're raised a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim or whatever religion you are, you're always going to go back to the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Right? So, having that notion, why you would want to join the military, okay, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into the politics of why. Or the fact that people were drafted, you know, during the Vietnam War. Drafted during World War II, World War I. World War I, we weren't really in that. But World War II, the United States was brought into it in 1941 when Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. That's what pulled us into. We had been fighting in countries. We had special ops soldiers in countries and doing stuff, but I'm not going to get into that as well. World War II had a purpose. It was to remove the Nazis from Europe, right? To get rid of that racism, to get rid of that world domination. That's why Americans went to war for there. Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. We went after the Japanese. You know, Vietnam, we were trying to get rid of communism. Irregardless of all that history there, for a person that's drafted or a person that joins the military and that goes and sees that ultra violence, the hardcore, what did they say in Clockwork Orange? The ultra, getting a taste of the ultra violence, you know. But there are plenty of soldiers that came out and live a productive life and get therapy, have antidepressants or whatever, or don't need any of those things, live a productive life and go on. And then there are humans that are just born sadistic. There are humans that are just born devils, you know, demons, you know, if you believe in that heaven and hell type of stuff. I mean, even though being an atheist, I mean, I was raised in a religious, not a religious family, but I was raised in a family of religion. But luckily, my parents said, you know, decide what you want to be. You know, decide if you want faith to be your guidance or if you want your just yourself to be your guidance. So obviously, when I took comparative religions in college, I got to learn about the different religions and how fanatic they can be. So obviously, some people become fanatics in religion and they go and do crimes. But you know, you can take criminology courses in school and try to learn about the behavior. There has been millions of studies, millions of books, millions of movies and TV shows. Maybe not millions, but on criminal mind. You know, like the TV shows Criminal Minds or Murder. You know, all these different TV shows that try to delve into why somebody has a brain like this. Are they born with a brain like this? Is it society that builds that brain up? I mean, obviously, it's different things. It could be DNA. These humans could still be apes, if you believe that, you know, we came from apes. If you believe we came from Adam and Eve, you know, that we have such a pure life, that we have a white guiding light that protects us. But what causes these people to snap? You know, I mean, and being the age that I am, I'm curious about these things. And why am I talking about them right now on a freaking violent video game right here? And it's on my mind. And whether people tune in or don't tune in, I really don't give a shit. I just needed to get this shit out, and I just needed to get it out of my, you know. I needed to get it out. I mean, it's just, you know, we have a current president that just doesn't give a shit about anything, but I'm not going to talk to you about politics. Giant Midget Moto says religion just adds a facade of righteous to the violence. That's true, but there are some religions where they're fanatic and they look. There are religious wars that have been going on in the Middle East for 10,000 years. They are never going to stop. You know, when the IRA was the Irish Republic Army was in the UK trying to kill Britons, trying to go after the Queen, you know, with their car bombs and things like that. I mean, these were all religious wars. They've been going on since the dawn of time. They're always going to go on. We can't go in and stop these religious wars. It is never going to stop. It is never going to stop. But is that what makes a killer? I don't know. Yes? No? I mean, does a killer watch TV? Maybe they obviously get off on watching and seeing the violence and things like that. They get off on that type of stuff. But just the regular you and I, just the regular Joe, you know, the common man, common woman, flips on the TV and sees it every day in the news, sees it or hears it every day on the radio. I mean, obviously on the radio you can't visualize it. No matter how many words I say to you, you can't visualize it until I say, you know, I am walking down the street and I look to the left and there's that gray and black pavement. Do you see gray and black pavement when I say those words to you? There's a beautiful green tree. Well, the tree isn't green. The branches are brown, slightly tan. The tree leaves are green and yellow because we're in the fall right now, so it should be green and yellow. Ah, I can smell the exhaust from the cars. Can you smell exhaust from a car? Do you visualize what I'm saying when I speak words to you? Giant Midget Moto says, I wish I had more time. I'd love to share my solutions to these issues, but I've got to get back to work. Talk to you later. All right, Gorilla Tavern, I hope you added me as a friend on one of your accounts there again, and maybe we can chat on another time. I'll be concluding this broadcast in about 5 minutes, as I usually only do about 2-hour broadcasts. We're an hour and 55 minutes. I'm Rabbit Chimp 805 playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. All right, cool, Giant Midget Panda. Holy Mother of God. Giant Midget Moto, otherwise known as Gorilla Tavern. All right, brother. Yeah, add me as a friend and we'll play. I've got Battlefield 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Conan Exiles. Those are the three. And also downloaded 4 Kings free poker thing, but you can't broadcast in there because it's actual gambling. But I always have an audio party going on in the Ape Monkey business community. Hey, go check it out when you have a chance. Ape Monkey business. It's a PlayStation 4 community. You can only be an ape or monkey in it, so you won't be able to see it if you're a regular human. But if you want to make an ape or monkey account, you're more than welcome to join Ape Monkey business. We currently have 5,500 members in it. Sadly, I have to remove, well, we used to have about 10,000 members, but I've had to remove 5,000 because they've changed their names other than Ape or Monkey name. So, I'm sorry if I bored you. I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I really, I really want to delve into this because, again, this is something that's on my mind. It's weighing down hard. Once I log off from video gaming today, I'm going to go outside and hopefully it's sunny outside and see that it's beautiful. Go hang out there with my kitties, and then I'll be gaming later on tonight. But yeah, the school shooting in Saugus, Santa Clarita High School today really was the tipping point for me. Is it going to make me go out and kill people? Absolutely not. I'm more a mature adult. I don't think like that. I want to investigate things like that. Had I was able to join a law enforcement, become a homicide detective, I would have loved to been a detective. I love solving puzzles. I love researching and doing things like this. I just needed to get it off my chest. I just needed to talk about it, and I'll be talking about it all day long, I'm sure, as more information comes out. But there's, I want to bring back this live talk radio. I would love to have my internet radio stations going again, but I can't compete with Pandora. I can't compete with Spotify and things like that. Plus, I can't afford the paying for the music and stuff like that. I can't afford to do that. But I'm Rabbit Chimp 805, playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. I'll be logging out in about in about a minute and a half here. If you want to find me on YouTube, it's Defecate, DFK8. That's Delta, Foxtrot, Kilo, and the number 8. That's my YouTube page. I've got countless videos, funny videos, and I've only recently started the talk radio again. I have a audio party going. You can find me, Rabbit Chimp 805. You can add me. Well, you won't be able to add me as a friend. You may be able to send me a message, but I'll add you. I'm in an invite only on GTA. I think there's people in here. Oh no, okay, they left. But yeah, I'm not really 100% playing more as I'm just kind of walking down the street here, talking. But yeah, so the school shooting today really just messed me up, and it was something that I wanted to get off my chest, and I wanted to talk. I do want to talk more about it. Not necessarily about the school shooting, but just on the mind of killers. And is it violent video games, violent television, violent movies that produce killers, or is it just DNA, or what? I don't know what it is. I'm fascinated with psychology, sociology. This is the study of the mind and the study of society. These are things that that interest me. The fact that I'm giving you something visually to look at while you're listening to me be in this video game, whether I'm playing Battlefield 5 or I'm playing a different game, I'm always going to have something in the background. I just happen to be standing outside the TV station at one of the random TV stations in the game here, or radio station. I think it's the country. I don't know what the CNT stands for. I don't even want to know. I'm sure if they dropped a U in there, I'm sure you'd know what it means. But anyway, I got about 30 seconds here, a little less than 30 seconds. I'm going to end this broadcast today, but I will broadcast again. You're more than welcome to join the audio party when I'm on. You could be a part of my radio show and or podcast that it'll end up turning into. But this has been Live Talk Radio with Rabbit Chimp 805 on the PlayStation 4, and it's been my pleasure, and we'll catch you another time.